Hi, here's my video on the ipower 500 watt pure sine wave inverter. It's 500 watt, 1200 watt peak. I've just got it. I'm not into unboxings, but I have opened the box. I've had the thing out, had a look. Basically, you just get the box, small pair of jump leads, and a cigarette lighter socket jobby, and I'm actually going to connect it up now and see if it works. Just put it to the off position. Connect up the leads. One thing I will say, I don't know whether the camera can see that, the insulation is covering part of the eyelet. So before I draw any sort of heavy-ish loads, I will cut that back, and if yours is the same, I'd advise you to do that. See, it covers part of the bottom of the eyelet. Okay, but for this little demonstration, I'll just use it as is. I will get a close up of the actual inverter as well in just a second. Now the lead, I would say, is about 2 feet long. That's what the inverter looks like, and you can see the size of it. I ain't particularly got big hands. It's about 9 or 10 inches in width, and I'm going to plug it into my 12 volt power supply. I've got a battery, but I've not got the battery indoors, and my intended purpose for this really is for camping. I mean, it's November right now, so I won't be going camping, but it's for next year really. Now I'm using the cigarette lighter socket purely for convenience, so let's plug it in and just hope that nothing goes bang. I'll give you a close-up of the power supply I'm using. It's got dual meters, shows the output voltage and any amps drawn. I'll see if I can get that in a little bit for you. Okay, obviously it's sitting at, I've got a separate meter here that reads 12 volts. Let's just plug it in, see if it affects any of the amperage. Well, the meter sort of jumped and then went back down to 0. There's nothing plugged into it at the moment, but I'll turn it on. Nothing. I'll just check that I've got the... Oh, here we go. I never had the plug in far enough. Green power light is on. And I'll just plug a lamp in. Let me just look at the bulb. It's a 60 watt standard household bulb. So what I shall do I shall zoom back out so you can see the lamp. That'll excuse all the junk. Let's plug her in. Now you're seeing this as is, because I haven't actually seen this thing work yet. There you go. Obviously works. Now let's see how many amps that's drawing from my power supply. I'm at a bit of an obscure angle to the camera screen, but I like to get my head in the way. According to that, it's drawing 12 amps. Am I reading that right? Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the voltage. Amps, 1, 2, just under 3 amps. And it's dropped the voltage on the other little meter there to 11.9. I'll just leave that running for a minute or so. There you go, it's all good, it's working. Now, I didn't notice whether the fan slows down or whatever when you take it off a load, so have a listen. If anything, the fan's sped up. And again. So yeah, you can safely say that fan runs 24/7 when it's under load. I'll just give you another little demonstration of this. That's the amps. Obviously that's the voltage, which I mistakenly read off earlier. Let's turn it off. And I'll turn it off altogether, keep an eye on the amp meter. There you go. Back on again. Less than half an amp. Back off again. And I'll actually unplug it now. So there you go. I can't sort of tell you I'm going to do, you know, this is not a review. This is, I've just got this. It's my first pure sine wave inverter, and if it carries on working, it does what it says on the tin, I'll be more than happy with it, you know. If you want to subscribe, you can follow my adventures with my new ipower 500 watt 1200 watt surge inverter as I experiment with it, and it will be connected up to a battery outside that's connected to two 40 watt solar panels. So there you go. If you're interested in that sort of stuff, it'd be good to have you on board. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments.